Alright, I think we finally got all the bugs worked out. And I'm so tired of streamer mode. I do not understand. It automatically connects to that. And that is fundamentally frustrating. And I'm going to kick Mr. Hamrick so that he will get the hint that he may need to come back in because streamer mode kept him from being able to speak. Alright, so what I've got pulled up is the moveset for a character in Disciples of Apollonius group named Malthus. Malthus is supposed to be a big hoss. Alright, hold on. Got another little problem here. Alright, let's see. Server settings, bans. Okay, I didn't ban anybody, so I just need to bring back with an invite. Not the user settings. There we go. Alright, so what I've got pulled back up is this moveset that I'm going to try to copy and bring back from 2K19 and 2K20. I am pulling from some videos that were references for this character, and I am going in and just getting those important things for the character. And pulse here, pop into general. Add these rolls back because I accidentally kicked Gary because I was trying to get him out of chat, and I kicked him instead of kicking him from the chat. I kicked him from the Discord, which was not meant to happen, not at all. So let's see, gut punch 4. That's the stranglehold. Yeah, that's good.
Right.
And then we'll do the terminating knee strike. I can hear you.
Huh? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you.
No, I was looking to see because it like erased my. I was checking to see that I had my roll. I had rolled back and everything. I'm like, I heard myself disconnect, and I'm like, where'd the server go? And I was like, son of a bitch, he kicked me from the server.
Yeah, I totally did not mean to do that. I thought that kick meant
Yeah,
kick from
sure.
chat. Because what I was trying to do was let's see, no, that doesn't need to be well, I guess they've made that a grapple.
Yeah, I've noticed a few weird things here. So like, okay, that so not all of those grapples are going into the back grapple.
Yeah, not all of them are. I think it depends on your
which combo change.
Which combo it is.
Because raise number 1 has that Frankensteiner 2, which is a back grapple.
Right.
But his 3 doesn't. I have a problem here.
What's that?
I have multiple attack moves that I still wanted to put on her, and I don't have enough spaces to put them. I have the corkscrew. Well, okay. If I take the rear drop kick 2 off and the hurricane, then I can put another one on there. And then if I take off the Jigo Katuki,
yeah,
I can put another one on there. What I was looking at on that Jigo Katuki was I was either gonna put Roundhouse Scorpion Kick combo, that Roundhouse Scorpion Kick combo.
Right.
The other option was Blackout 2 or Blackout Meteora. And honestly, the only reason I had the Blackout Meteora was because of the Aleister Black sitting Indian style, cross-legged, whatever, at the end of it.
Right.
But that Blackout 2 is an arm and leg power, and I'm just like, whatever, because I do have the Empress combo on her. And then that Roundhouse, I like the Roundhouse Scorpion Kick.
Right.
I mean, I like that idea for her. And then I can still leave the 2 moves, the 2 Ray moves, that leave the, opponent draped over the middle rope.
Yeah, you could.
He's got that rear drop kick number 2 and Hurricane Rana whip number 1 that leave him prone on that middle rope. I just don't know if they're. I mean, I don't have a problem changing it. I don't have anything to change it to at the moment.
Right.
And let's see. Set out shoulder. Same thing. I don't have anything to change. Set out shoulder breaker 2 at the moment, or tilt. I think Tilt World DDT was. Nope, that wasn't on that anywhere. Same thing with Set Out Face Buster 3 and Side Headlock Takedown. And then for the Ray Combo 1, I got everything swapped. Except for that, Rear Drop Kick 2. Which... There's the other option that I had there, which was Front Drop Kick 3. For some reason. But yeah, it is, Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what the difference on these 2 are. I legitimately don't. They have rear drop kick 2.
Rear drop kick, one of them sends them and drapes them into the ropes.
Both of them do.
Okay.
The only difference, it looks like one has a direction throw on it. For some reason. I don't see how. One says D-throw. That is the only difference on this shit. Literally. No. It starts in a different place. That's the other difference. Okay. It's still, there's not much difference. But yeah, I've got the rear dropkick 2 that can be changed, and then, on the back of the away combo set, I have 3 moves here that can be changed, and they're all grapples. The Hurricane Rana Whip 1, Tilt the World DDT 2, and Sit Out Shoulder Breaker. Not Backstabber, Codebreaker, because I need something to replace this double knee face breaker on her medium grapples at the moment. So yeah, I still have. Now I can stick that blackout number 2 on her medium grapples.
Yes, you could.
I mean, it being on the medium grapples, or I could put that blackout Meteora there.
Yeah.
Either one. I'm not, you know. It is. But those are the only 2 blackout combos that are there. No, 3 is available. Okay. 3 is just leg power. Okay. 3 is just leg power and does red on the legs and yellow on the head. Which is almost kind of pointless with her. Because, I mean, yeah, she's leg power, largely leg power, grapple power, aerial. Well, yeah, she's more leg than arm. And power, at least. But that Blackout Meteora is arm power, leg power, running offense combo. So, I don't know. We can look at that later. I also need to change wrist arm drag number 5 because I have it listed twice here. So yeah, I've got to change 2 medium grapples on her. Which we can. Moment. Okay, you are. Okay, cool. I didn't know if you got back live.
Yeah.
Many issues you were having with tech stuff. I mean. Let's see. What do we got? Run grapple. A little bit. And I could theoretically give her a pop-up Hurricane Rana as a run grapple instead of Sunset Flip Power Bomb and Hits as a run.
Yeah.
Which is what we had on her. Which I think is what I'm gonna do, actually.
But is the Sunset Flip coming from an inspiration?
Good question. I have no idea. Probably. I have no idea, actually. I don't know, but I'll leave it on there. Because that's not the move I thought it was.
Okay. Suplex, toss.
Okay.
Spinning slam.
Well.
Okay, already got those.
Okay.
So the suplex, toss.
We'll need to change, but we do have some combo enders to swap out and medium grapple to swap out later. Matter of fact,
back suplex. sworn there was a... There it is. Alright, let's take a look at the heavy graphics. Alright, power slam. Let's keep this on butterfly. Power slam 3. Ugh, I'm actually gonna have to go in and probably see, but that might be... it may be 1, but I'm gonna have to double check. We may have to change that. Belly to belly, 3. Sit out last ride, power bomb 2. And I don't know if I've lost Gary. I think I have somehow. Stream is still going.
Hey,
there we go. Yes, I can.
Apparently the issue, if you're losing me, it's on my end, because apparently my mic is, my connection is cutting out. I don't know why.
Okay.
But I'm on the wired backup headset because my wireless headset died recently.
Wah, wah, wah.
Now, the best part about that, we have ordered 2 replacements and neither of them worked. And had to return them both.
Okay, so it looks like the sit out... Oh, there it is. Sit out last ride. Up and down. Suplex toss. I am going to do a backbreaker. Yeah. Okay. And I don't know if we lost Gary or not. I think we did. Okay, alright. Gonna go into strong grapples here. Back suplex 8.
Wow, you're losing me big time.
Yeah, I don't know why.
No, it's on my end. I'm like, it's cutting out on my end. Because it's like, I'm not hearing you for part of it. I didn't hear you right there.
Right.
And I went to look at the thing. I'm swapping back between the video and Discord, and when I was swapping back to the video and moving the video, it cut the wire, that cut the cord audio. So,
Super atomic drop.
What's going on? Well.
Yay! Super atomic drop. satellite grapple.
I'll do the rest of this later.
Back suplex. 6. Oh.
I will do the rest of this later.
That doesn't need pinning competition. Back break.
Yeah, one of the current combo enders on her happens to be her signature move at the moment.
Okay.
Because it was Ray's default combo ender.
Oh, the satellite the tornado, yeah.
Yeah, it's Tornado, the Tilt-A-Whirl, that Tilt-A-Whirl DDT.
Right.
2. And, so yeah, we'll have to I'll have to go back onto the spreadsheet. And look at that later. And I'm gonna go ahead and do her springboards. Well, I kind of already have springboards. Let's see.
What did I put on his carry? Carry backbreaker, gorilla press slam.
Okay. You're doing that bottom rope moonsault on Maverick.
Yes.
And it is not, she can get to the top rope moonsault.
Yes. Or the regular springboard. Maverick?
Well,
it is strategic for Maverick.
No. It came up, I guess, as the bottom rope came up, I guess, what was default on this moveset. And I'm just like, okay. Yeah. I could do the slingshot Arabian press.
I thought you said you wanted that for her.
No, I've got the springboard top rope moonsault on her right now.
Okay.
And then springboard moonsault 5 in the corner. Oh! Okay, I now have springboard top rope moonsault on her twice. Wait, how did that happen? Okay, oh, wow. So... Oh, okay. The one of them is for the running. Okay, one of them's for the running. I don't have a problem giving her the slingshot Arabian press. Theoretically, I don't. I could also do the springboard, and not the springboard Venom. No, not the Phoenix. No, I think I'll just leave the moonsault across the board. Or, other than where it's got apron springboard supine opponent, and there is not a moonsault option, except a shooting star.
Right.
Which is... Well, no, that makes sense because of the direction. I could do a 450 or 630, but, I want to leave I don't want to use the Tope Atomic, which was the default here.
Right.
I guess I could just do the front splash. And then for standing front, let's see. Oh, I know the other thing I was jokingly debating on putting on Chandra.
What's that?
On that rope springboard attack. Hold on. No, it was a running springboard attack. I was gonna give her the rear view.
Okay.
I thought about that. That was where I said that there was a third one. I couldn't remember what position. And I, for some reason, thought corner, but no, it was that I was debating on giving her the rear view as either the rope springboard attack or running springboard attack to a standing person. It was just a random idea about the springboard thing, and
Running.
but
Shoulder tackle.
okay. Cody Rhodes' disaster kick.
Uh-huh.
Is that the springboard roundhouse, or is that a springboard kick?
No. The disaster kick is on the rope. It's a grapple strike where the person is hung up on the rope. The springboard roundhouse is John Morrison's flying chuck.
Okay, that's his flying chuck. Because I was thinking Cody did a springboard kick.
And it is, but the way that he did it was it's done differently.
Okay. I saw those two kicks and I'm like, I know. Yeah. Okay. Well. Anyway, let's see. Springboard. Moonsault for the rope springboard. Running springboard. Hurricane. I guess I'll do a. No. Doing this. I'll do that.
Alright. Now, for the confusing part.
Oh, fun.
The ground grapples.
Oh, yes, well, that's what I'm about to be on for Chloe. It's kind of what I was avoiding. I was like, I'll mess with it later. And really, it's not that it's all that confusing, per se.
It's just that there's stuff that is
There's stuff
out of place
there now. Well, there's stuff there now that is out of place, but there's also stuff that wasn't available
right before
in the same manner previously.
Face stretch. 2.
I do not like my options here. We'll have to talk about this later.
Shoulder claw.
Alright.
Side. And field throw.
Okay, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
This is something we don't know the answer to yet. Because she's a new DLC character. And we haven't seen a lot of her moveset in NXT, considering how she's been used. Okay? But we know she's capable of some crazy shit, especially since she, last I heard, was still dating Ricochet. plus the shit she did on American Ninja Warrior.
Right.
Casey Catanzaro.
Yes.
Do you think we are going to get any new aerial and springboard stuff with her?
We're gonna have to.
Okay.
Because literally the only thing that we have for her right now is the split-legged. There's a split-legged thing that is in the
right
setup.
Isn't that the Starship Pain that John Morrison?
No. It's a rope rebound thing.
Okay.
Not rope rebound, but a on the ropes thing that was stuck in.
I haven't. I had noticed it.
It was snuck in last year.
Ew, I have not noticed it that I'm aware of.
No.
Well, I have a feeling then, we will be getting, what do you call it? I have a feeling we will be redoing some of Chloe's moves.
Probably.
I have a feeling I will want to nick some of those moves. Alright. Well, I'm actually gonna do the rest of this later.
Meat smash, not the discus punch. Friend chop.
I will say that the 1.6 patch fixed most of the issue with Chandra's face.
Yes, most of it. I wasn't expecting a 100%.
Well, I mean, it you know.
Yes, that'll work.
But yeah, that is, for the most part, fixed. I mean, it's,
Soccer ball.
But that, yeah, I still don't 100% know what I want to do on, certain things on Chloe's attire. That we were talking about the other night. What I was thinking I was gonna do is, I was gonna do a video, with the work in progress, and send it to the person who gave me the attire idea and say, hey, I'd like your input on finishing this attire up, since it's based on one of your Instagram pictures. I would love your input, and then there's a second attire to do for the character that that I could do as well, if you have ideas, because we don't know if she's getting the game.
Right.
But she indicated she might.
Right.
So, but if she does, it'll be on PlayStation, which isn't a big deal now. So, it's cross-plat with the crossplay.
Yeah, not a big deal at all right now.
So.
Okay. Right. Arm claw. Double axe handle. And running victory.
But yeah, it was just a thought, and then you know you'll have a base in addition to that attire, because I'll go ahead and make a separate attire and just do like a street clothes base for, and send that over to you.
Right.
Okay, so you can do the throwback attire
Right.
if you. Well, and I mean, I'm just gonna call it the throwback attire for now.
Right.
That's alive. And but yeah, I'm a little irked at a few things on this, and it's like I told you earlier. I said after I get Gaz, Chandra, Chloe, and Orion done, I don't know if I'll be doing any other characters this year. I had planned on doing about a dozen, but I'm so irritated by the various stuff on here that I'm just like, I may do Vendetta, or a version of Vendetta, because I kind of have a work in progress already started. So I may go ahead and finish that. And send that over to you, and you do whatever. And I mean, as far as if you need whatever attire you need to do for the WWWN stuff, but I don't think she'll be needed if you are able to get Desiree Howling Wolf and Liberty and a couple of others done. And then, I mean, you'll have Chandra and Chloe. And we can, you know, I mean, we're using this stuff to put over people, so.
Right.
But I don't, it's gonna be a hard sell to get me to get another WWE 2K game. I know we talked about earlier that 2K renewed their contract with the WWE. WWE renewed their contract with whatever deal they have with 2K, which is great because it means EA isn't getting a hold of them.
Right. that's really the only positive.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Isaac. And I'm gonna be real blunt on it. The only reason I was glad to hear 2K was gonna keep it was simply because it means EA is not getting it. I do not. It's one of the. I'm glad AEW has got their own games division, because that means EA isn't getting their hands on AEW.
Right.
I have a very limited tolerance for EA games, and that has greatly decreased within the past 6 months. As in, I mean, I used to be an avid Sims player, and I've deleted every bit of my Sims stuff. Not just, you know, uninstalling the game, but other files I had on my computer, other work in progress, like design ideas, design note. I deleted everything Sims 4 related I had on my computer.
I'm trying to find that move.
What move?
That.
Are you talking about the Casey Catanzaro move?
Yes.
Ew.
I
don't.
I'm trying to remember where it is. But hold on. It might not be where I think it is. But
right.
Here is. Also wanted to get you the.
There was
where
another.
Here it is. Springboard Roundhouse. This is
Okay.
Cody's disaster kit.
Okay. But it is a roundhouse.
Yes, it's just
No,
done.
okay.
It's done differently.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
like
Well, reason I was asking was I saw the thrust kick there, and it made me think about the kick, and I'm like, wait a second, I can't remember if that was a thrust kick or a roundhouse kick. I think I know the move you're talking about on the Casey Catanzaro move.
vaulting head scissors takedown. Here it is.
Okay, he found it.
Yeah, it's on the apron.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one of Casey's moves.
Okay.
This is one of Casey's moves.
Right.
And Ricochet may do it like as a nod to her, but I know that is one of Casey's moves.
Right.
That she did before she got hurt, and then before she returned.
Yeah, all that mess. Yeah, all that mess. And the thing is they've had her in that tag team with her buddy, who I can't think of the name of right now. And there's a lot of stuff she has not done since she came back. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I honestly couldn't say, because I have not been watching NXT 2.0, or I have not watched any WWE since probably WrestleMania of last year.
Okay.
And I have picked up on a handful of things, just keeping with what's going on, but I have not watched WWE.
I am in a very similar boat for different reasons. When WWE swapped everything over to the Peacock network, or the Peacock streaming service thing,
yes,
I had to quit watching any of their stuff. I'm not paying for the Peacock streaming service. Just personal preference. But I just can't justify doing it.
I can't justify it when there's so much of what I'm going to watch on Peacock that is already on other streaming services
exactly.
that I watch.
And that's my point. I mean, for no more than what I watch on streaming services, it was a stretch for me to watch WWE Network, and the only time I ever watched that was, like, in between. I mean, I'd get it for the Rumble, I'd get it for Mania, get it for SummerSlam, maybe, get it for Survivor Series. And that was it. You know, unless there was a good TakeOver event that I wanted to see. But TakeOver War Games was right there next to Survivor Series, so I got to watch both of those.
Right.
And, you know, there was usually the TakeOver right before the big event, so I would catch TakeOver, and then I'd catch the big event, you know, or whatever. Or the so-called big event. And I just haven't. I'm not gonna get the Peacock Network, or whatever it's called, Peacock streaming service, whatever. I mean, I canceled my Netflix account, and I share the Netflix account with family members now.
Right.
And the only thing I'm watching on frickin' Netflix is Peaky Blinders, Vikings Valhalla, and I'm rewatching The Witcher, and I'm rewatching The Witcher at the moment. I've been alternating from that. I just finished Vikings Valhalla, so I had restarted Witcher right before I got pulled in watching that. And I'm waiting for the final season of Peaky Blinders, which will not be on Netflix until June. So. I mean, speaking of which, have you heard about what they've done with, Pete Dunne?
Who?
Have you heard about what they did with Pete Dunne?
I don't know who Pete Dunne is. All I know is this fella named Butch.
Okay, you have heard about that.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what that is in reference to?
His haircut.
That's not the only thing.
Oh, okay.
Basically, they are kind of implying that Seamus, Butch, and what is that reckless fucker's name? That about BE.
Rich Holland.
Yeah, Ridge, Butch, and Seamus. They are kind of implying that they have a Peaky Blinder gimmick going on. And that, at least that's what I'm getting from it.
Right.
And that's got its good points and bad points.
Right. Because it's it's a little past its freshness.
What do you mean by that? You mean because it's like the dated historical thing?
No, because it's Peaky Blinders is in its last season.
Well, it's in its last season, but there's a couple of asterisks there. Okay? There's a couple of asterisks there. We do not know if Helen McCroy had not died, if this would have been the last season.
Right.
Okay? Rest in peace, Helen McCroy. But yeah, we don't know that, and she was such a key member of that cast. I mean, it is a question mark, to me at least. I mean, somebody may know the answer to that, but, you know. And they are talking about the possibility of doing a spin-off movie or some sort of movie to tie up anything that was left over from, like, anything that might, you know, like, post-season 6. And
6 seasons in a movie?
Well, I mean, I don't, you know, like I said, I'm second-guessing what they had in mind there, but...
No, that's a reference to Community.
Not something I've watched.
They had a running joke after they had got initially canceled the first time.
Okay.
That they were going to make it last for 6 seasons of a movie, which they almost made it, but we never got the movie. I don't think we will, given the heat across the board with Chevy Chase and Donald Glover and all of that.
I haven't heard the whole story there.
Hold
on, no, before you say anything, I haven't heard the whole story there, and without knowing anything, I am completely inclined to side with Donald Glover on this rare occasion.
I am very surprised. I
am not a huge Donald Glover fan.
I know you're not.
I mean, I'm not a huge Donald Glover fan, but Chevy Chase has such a reputation of being an a-hole, dating back to the 70s,
yeah,
the original Saturday Night Live run, that I can't imagine he didn't somehow piss off Donald Glover or do something that offended Donald Glover or whatever and didn't give a shit.
Well,
so,
I don't know all the details because the cast did what, honestly, a cast should do in a situation like that, and not, like, speak on it, and basically was like, yeah, there were problems, but we're going to let that be between them. The only thing that's ever come out of it was what happened with Dan Harmon and Reaction and the issue between Harmon and Chevy. Nothing was really ever set up between Donald and Chevy.
I never heard. I just know about Chevy's general reputation.
Yeah, and it's not stellar. I mean, he doesn't. It's literally that we talk a lot, you and I, about us personally not really caring a lot about some things, but there's a big part of me that fundamentally believes that Chevy Chase is probably has some sociopathic tendencies.
Oh, I'm not gonna get into anything that, I mean, I've if I've heard anything on it, if I've heard anything in that direction, I forgot it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm going to say that there are a few people that I have met, okay, over the years, in like the TV and film stuff, who I got an instant bad vibe off of.
Right.
For whatever reason, okay? And only in one of those instances did I later learn did I later specifically learn I was dead wrong about the vibe I got off that person. And that what had happened when I met that person was I walked in on the tail end of a very effed up conversation, and when I heard what happened, I was like, oh, yeah, that dude was completely in the right about what he said, and just he may have been taking it, he may have been kind of venting irresponsibly,
right,
but he wasn't in the wrong. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say who the person was, but I'll tell you what happened. This was at Dragon Con, which is a pop culture convention in Atlanta. And this gentleman had been a guest there prior to this. And he gets there this particular year. They had made a change to the rules. Previously, prior to this year, okay, you could bring your own camera, and you could have your friend take a picture with you and the celebrity if they agreed to it.
Right.
Okay? Or you could take a selfie with you and the celebrity, right?
Right.
And usually they charge you like $5 or $10 for it. Okay? This gentleman was very keen on, the interaction with fans, and if the fan wanted that picture, then by God, he was gonna give it to him.
Right.
Okay? And apparently what happened, he got chewed out by the Dragon Con staff. Because he exercised his discretion and said, I'm gonna take the picture. I'm gonna do it like I've always done it. I don't care about the new rule.
Right.
Okay? Now, at the point of this, I was walking into the autograph area, and I happened to walk up to the table where he was, and I just caught the tail end, and I went to try to speak with him, and he was just still very heated from whatever had happened, and I just, it was just like just a real grumpy exchange that I had with the gentleman.
Right.
And then I found out what happened, and I'm like, oh shit. Funny enough, I think it was the year after that, a different actor and I got to chit-chatting. And I'll go ahead and say who this was. Because he isn't going to give a shit if he isn't going to give a shit. Tamara Morrison, a.k.a. Boba Fett. Okay? The dude was at the convention, and for whatever reason had nobody in line for pictures, autograph, anything.
Well, that's kind of sad. It reminds me of Virgil.
Oh, I can tell you, I've got a Virgil story for you. Hold on a second. Remind me to come back to that. Remind me to come back to that one.
Lonely Virgil.
Oh, are we still a PG-13?
Yes.
Soft R thing?
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna have fun with this. But anyway, so Tamara Morrison and I got to chit-chatting, and I had been asked prior to the convention, because he was going to be there. I cannot think of the guy's, I can't think of the dude's name, but he played the young Boba Fett in the prequel trilogy, in the prequel.
I know you're talking about, and I can't think of him either.
His name is Daniel something, and I don't remember his last name. I haven't spoken with him since the convention, since like after the convention. I let him know that I got the message to Tamara, and so anyway, he had asked me to go by, say hi, say, give him a message, just about catching up with one another or something. And so I got to chatting with him, and we brought up the camera thing. And because I had said that I'd have the camera, and I was getting a few pictures here and there, but I was like, yeah, I know they screwed up all the rules on everybody about getting pictures. He was like, fuck it, let's just get her picture. So he turned to the assistant that was with him. He was like, fuck it. He said, get her a picture real quick. And we got a couple of pictures, and then they're sitting there because there was nobody else in that section at the time. But no, well, and the thing was about that particular year, they had a couple of spells where the autograph room was unusually empty. And I want to say that this might have taken place also on a Sunday afternoon, which would have explained it. Because
Sunday afternoons at cons are a little...
Well, I mean, they're not as bad as Monday mornings when everybody's like kind of like last minute stuff and then checking out, but Sunday afternoons are kind of where everything is slowing down.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, it was but no, I remember that, I remember Morrison being a really good dude about it, and I remembered back to what the other guy, the other guy, little grumpy situation, and I said, they ought to really leave. I can understand some of the people not wanting to do that, and wanting to be the, to have the uber control over the photo stuff. I get that. But I also understand that you have people like Tamara who likes the fan interaction and has no problem, having the candid picture with the fan.
Right.
Same thing with, George Perez, the comic book writer, I mean, that dude and his niece was cosplaying at the convention. They asked me to go around with them taking pictures because they wanted to be out taking pictures with fans. They wanted to get out with, do that with fans like that and not have to deal with the Dragon Con people. So, anyway.
Huh.
But, funny you mentioned Virgil. First time I went to Dragon Con, okay? That SOB was there. And I'm in the autograph room. I'd been in the autograph room once or twice already, but I was in there with I was at the Art Institute taking film classes at the time, and so I had a couple of classmates from there with me, and of course they were complete shitheads.
Right.
Just, and let me just kind of clarify that they were talented in their craft, but from a personal standpoint, they were a little bit of a shithead about things. And I wound up having an interaction with Virgil, and I think they were there for it, in which I just was like, dude, I don't give a shit who you are. I know who you are, and I don't give a shit.
Right.
It's like, I have friends in the business, and I'm just not fazed by it. And then I wound up going and talking with John Wesley Shipp about the Flash TV series.
Right.
And this was before he got cast as Jay Garrick and Barry Allen's father, for that matter. This was like a few years before all that, and we were chit-chatting about it, and I remember making the offhand comment to John that, just how much I enjoyed the original one that he did, and he was talking about one that he would love to do it again. He wish he could have done more. And I said, stranger things have happened, and sure enough, I mean, he winds up back playing Jay Garrick. So.
There's one combo ender that I want to add. I'll hide it here. I may wind up changing it around a little bit. And I may wind up altering some of his combo enders just to give him a few more moves later on. But right now I'm happy with him having those powerhouse combos. Let's go in and do his attributes really quickly. We're going to build him at an 85 on the attribute calculator.
I lost our...
Yes. Are you still there? So, do me a favor real quick.
Okay.
Go into the Twitch chat.
Yeah.
And make sure that we are broadcasting with WWE 2K22.
We are.
Okay.
I'm sitting here looking at it right now.
Okay.
You missed like the last part of what I said.
Is it on the games category as that?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, no, I was saying that I had, wasn't that I have anything against Virgil, I have nothing against the work that he did. I've met enough people in the business that, and I'm just kind of jaded and cynical about it. I said there are very few people that I could have met who I would have been awestruck by,
Right.
or just in awe of meeting. And
Roddy probably would have been the only one.
That would have been the only one.
Okay. Brawler, powerhouse.
No, I can think of one other. That I would be nervous to meet, or just kind of in awe of meeting. I can think of one other one.
Who's that?
Come on, you know me well enough.
Brett?
Roddy and who else?
Muda?
Okay, two more. Muda's one. I probably would be nervous about meeting Muda, but part of that's the language barrier. No. Jake.
Oh yeah.
No, Roddy would have been the main one. That would be one of those things where it's one of those things where you always hear never meet your heroes.
Right.
And here's the thing, for all of the work that I enjoyed that Raven did in WCW and in, to some extent or another, in ECW, but mostly his WCW stuff and his early NWA TNA stuff, I have never been the fan of his that I was of Roddy's. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I've met Raven a few times, and I mean, we had that little disastrous interview with him, and you know, I mean, no, I never had, I would not have been able to sit down for an interview with Roddy. I don't think I could have sat down to interview Roddy.
Oh, so speaking of
not without crapping my pants.
Speaking of interviews and podcasts,
okay.
We had someone reach out, just to compliment us on the podcast for the first time.
Wow.
Today.
Nobody cussing at me? Wow.
No. It was this is someone who is as follows us on Twitter. It's Ashley Rain 2K. Does some unique stuff. The small but mighty call character, and
I know the character.
And they sent us a message, and just with like really simple, hey, nice podcast, and I was just kind of caught off guard because like. Usually people like lead with something, or they send me, or they message something on about a show or something.
Right.
And so it caught me off guard, and I was just like, okay, so where did you hear about us? And she was like, well, it popped up in my Spotify feed. And
fantastic.
And I was like, oh wait, I need more details here. What were you listening to that we popped up in the Spotify feed? Because we're in, because the way that I have us labeled is we are in the hobby thing. So I'm not set up in wrestling because we're not a wrestling thing explicitly. And they said, because I don't know if the person behind Ashley, like what their gender is, so I'm gonna say they. And they said that they were listening to a podcast that was related to 2K. They can't remember what the title of it was, but ours came up in the feed after, and they gave us a listen, and they liked it. So that was just something that I wanted to mention on stream, and to you. I was going to mention it to you anyway today. And it came across my mind when you mentioned interview. Let's see, area
Right.
reversal.
Speaking of that, you're talking about this, not just a wrestling related. I have something I want to run by you. Because we were doing the making mythology stuff and all, and I might have an idea on a making mythology stream that would not be wrestling game related.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second, okay?
Yeah. Gotta check the chat real quick. Nope, nobody, no new messages.
No, I've got all of that pulled up because I'm not in my game actually right now. But yeah. So there's a couple of games coming up. One of them in particular that launches in November. That
Oh, look at this shit.
What?
So, the overmax stamina. Are you seeing that?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna see what it does. Let's see.
Okay.
Stamina. Stamina is supposed to be at 79. Let's see, recovery.
Well, and they've changed all that this year, though.
Yeah, so... I know, but I'm basing it off of what
the stat calculator should be.
Yeah.
But see, that's what I was telling you the other night.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be different. We're gonna have to do some changing.
Yeah,
I am interested once we get enough characters.
Yeah.
To start playing around with the momentum.
Yeah. Well, and side note on that, those two, there are 2 meters in there that factor into the momentum.
Yes, the signature special and then the finisher momentum.
Yeah.
And so we could have somebody.
Two different things.
Yeah, and we can have somebody. We can play around with it. A person who can get a finisher really, really fast. But that doesn't mean that they're going to be able to end the match with that finisher.
I mean, thing is, see, I know what here's the thing, like, with Vendetta, okay? I've always kind of thought of her, and like her position in things being, she could hit her finisher. That may not be the match ender.
Right.
It you know, it's the whole thing like with you when you had when China was the enforcer for Triple H, and the bodyguard enforcer. Before, we knew she was a trained worker, she was out there in his corner, she'd come in and interfere in the match, right?
Right.
And I can also think about this even better with Nicole Bass, although I'm trying not to. But the whole point of them was they would become involved in the match, do their finish, and that was the extent of their their thing, so to speak. They weren't that was supposed to be put over as that was that was a brutal choke slam on but I mean, you had Nicole Bass doing a choke slam at him. She was, 6'2" and I mean, very roided up. I mean, she was on roids. I mean, she denied it until the end, but she
Right.
finally admitted it. But I mean, she was. I mean, she was what she was, and she, did what she did in terms of her involvement with pro wrestling. But a lot of that was, you know, her being in that attraction role. And she was the, bodyguard enforcer who did, who could do a choke slam, and because she was so much taller than all the other women on the roster, that's what sold. You had China, had a moveset where
Right.
Nicole Bass didn't.
Right. She
And,
had a choke
but,
slam and maybe a bear hug.
yeah, pretty much. And China, she adapted Triple H's pedigree, but she did a few other.
She had DDT. She did the power bomb.
Yeah, she did a power bomb. She had a springboard elbow into the corner. Springboard elbow into the corner. I think it was an elbow. Did she hit him with the elbow? It was. Did she hit him with the elbow?
It was supposed to be an elbow, but sometimes it came across as a hip attack, depending on how she landed. But it was supposed to be an elbow.
Okay. Well, no, because there was somebody that did a springboard and then hit, and then like caught him with the bulldog out of the springboard, and I can't think of who it was. I remember somebody.
I remember the move too, and now I can't remember either.
Yeah. That's what was throwing me off a little bit. But yeah, so, but my point in saying that is that the way that gets set up is because the special thing that is said in there applies to the comeback or the what is it called? The whatever the payback is set up as. It's basically the new payback meter, basically.
Well, it's the payback and the signature meter.
Okay, I was having trouble telling if it covered signature or not.
Yes.
Because I've gone in there and done stuff where what do you call it? It looked like the that I had the it looked like that the that finisher meter got filled just as quick. I don't know. It may be because that thing is divided up stat-wise that I'm noticing it. Just at how those two fill. Like, I had a signature, and I'm like, where did I get that off of? And it's like, well, I haven't used my signature. How do I have a fin? And it's because I all of a sudden had a finisher, and I hadn't hit my signature, and it's a little confusing. A little weird.
I'm trying to find the best.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Entrance for. And it's gonna be. Oh, wait.
What was the one that I was looking at for frickin' hold on, let me go in and look at something real quick. You know what? I'll tell you. Shit. I'm gonna suggest someone. The only problem is that they have a black and white filter over his entrance.
Nah, I'm not gonna do
Killer Cross.
Killer Cross.
Okay. Now, Wasteland Creature is the supposed to be the Roman Reigns in the Arctic, or the Wasteland Roman Reigns thing from
right.
Where he had it looked like he was supposed to be in Arctic gear or something. Um,
Here we go. I think that the tropical cyclone, um, which is tugboats.
which is weird because you would think they would do his typhoon entrance and not his tugboat entrance.
That's what I meant, typhoon. I was just referring to. I was referring to
Shockmaster.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really wish. What I'll probably wind up doing is when we get Umaga, it's gonna be Umaga's entrance.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's in the first batch, ain't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's the first batch. So, I'm trying to think of who I set up. I have Braun Strowman 2 on Vendetta at the moment, on that version of Vendetta, and then I'm using Raquel Gonzalez on Chandra, which I'm kind of just second guessing myself on that shit. I really am.
Alright.
I'm really second guessing myself.
Alright, so I'll definitely have to do some min-maxing on Malthus here.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
He's sitting at a 90.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be closer to an 80. But that's okay. We're testing stuff out.
Right.
And let's see.
Well, right now I have my characters set at. It's not showing me there. I have Gaz sitting at 88, Chandra sitting at 87. Those are the only two ones I've done stats on. At the moment. And I'm curious what they're gonna do for Omos's entrance.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, since they're sticking him in the game the way they are.
Yeah.
I'm curious what they're gonna do.
Alright.
The entrance that I wish was still in the game for Vendetta is no longer in there.
Yeah, the original Terminator entrance.
Yeah, the original Terminator entrance.
I am still tempted on continuing to play around with the WWWN logo in the render. But I'd have to make it smaller because what happens is it winds up overlapping and covering characters. Like if you have people with multiple renders. So if Maverick was in a tag team with this, it would be covering his tag team partner. And,
right.
And I like the idea, but not at the expense of the thing. So these are all face textured, moveset complete. The only thing that I don't have done on them is victories and whatnot on Malthus. Probably this weekend I'm going to start working on Bigger Grim, and I'll do a release pack of some WWWN characters. I'll either do Bigger Grim or
the WWE Universe on their feet.
Well, you'll need to do both at some point.
Oh yeah, I know.
But I'm aiming to get 5 characters done. I will probably release a couple of versions of each.
Right.
Just simply because, well, there's an issue right now of uploads getting removed on the users end.
Just look at the swagger on display. I love it. Swagger.
Right.
Really, Saxton? You know a number of people in the back just despise this superstar.
And
well,
I've uploaded a couple of faces,
disagrees with you.
work in progress faces.
What else is new?
For Gaz and for
a man who always considers himself main event material, an uncrowned champion. He wants to show exactly why here tonight.
I'm conflicted on the situation with Vendetta at the moment. We can talk about that later. Well, I mean,
I think that face paint turned out pretty well on
no,
Malphus.
I'm not even. Oh, yeah, the face paint turned out very well.
Well, the face texture in general, like it
big time match on tap. When the
I borrowed
competition level is this
couple
high,
of
you can bet it will be memorable.
Pacific Island football players, and I can't specifically think who it is because I can't remember because I did it last year, and I created a blend of some folks from different parts of the Pacific Islands because he was supposed to be a Pacific Islander with a kind of nebulous background, and so.
He's been demanding this match for quite some time, and now he is ready to compete.
And the Diamond Dallas Page hair works for this new version of Malphus. Just flattened it out, turned it to a black color, and it looks like what it needs to.
Gentlemen, you are looking at a man who is sick of the doubters, sick of being questioned about his potential. And I can't disagree with him. I expect tonight to be a night where he can silence the skeptics and prove to be the future of this company. It will be a tall order, but the confidence he possesses
Maverick know
take him very far.
Does the AI know when we're going on stream? Is this what's happening? Because it seems like anytime I go on stream with him, he starts murdering people.
Shot to the chest.
Right.
Costly error there.
What do you have his overall set at?
He is set at 92 right now.
There is that springboard.
Yes, there's the springboard. That he loves going for that. I'm gonna have to cut down his aerial offense probably and see if that will cut some of that. But I don't want to cut too much because he's got the diving
he switches it back
signature.
around.
Right.
Now that I think
Raining
is
down those
a
shots to the
weight
back of the
contender,
net. Double
because I
axe
did
handle.
not put that on.
What are they going to do here? Check out the nice job.
I changed that out. I must not have saved it.
Who knows?
He's getting a huge boost right now from all those chants and cheers.
What is he doing?
Leg drop across the neck. Now he's been put up.
Hey, I have an issue with that.
What? Which one?
Him jumping to the top from it instead of climbing up.
I'll talk about it. Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
What are they going to do here?
I would say normal climb up. I'm not saying slow climb up.
Right.
Seize the moment.
Just a normal. Because my thinking is that jumping should be
No, he lets him out.
cruiserweight or maybe light heavyweight female. And the only reason I say maybe light heavyweight female is because 2K fucked up and took Taylor Ray as a light heavyweight.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna run this back because...
We do love you, Kaylee, nevertheless.
I'm gonna run this back
even if
because Malphus should have... Malphus was doing better before I started doing around this movement. So what...
Wow.
This superstar is coming in with a lot of
So you're
enthusiasm and
basically
energy
saying,
right now. But
Alright, here
the
it is.
results we saw
he comes to realize he's
is on the basis of
against
how
someone
bad
who's
the
gonna take his head
moveset
off.
we
All I
did
can
is.
say is
Possibly.
we've seen adrenaline take this superstar very far in the past. Coming in.
Okay, and now Malphus is gonna be the aggressor.
Look at the torque. There's no escape from the camel clutch. Oh no! You can feel him desperately trying to find a way.
Got Maverick at 6
Look
foot
at this
in the
strength.
game, and Malphus is 6'5". That's
He's stalking his opponent from the
and
top.
you can tell. It's not like in years past where you could not tell a big difference between your 6'1" and 6'5".
Yeah, you can. Sorry, I lost you on audio from behind. No, I heard that about the 6'1" and 6'5". You said you could tell the difference?
Yeah.
And no, I was saying, Malthus is supposed to be a super heavyweight, isn't he?
Yes.
And the referee looks like he's pleasuring himself in it.
And breaks the hold, but damage has been done.
Dude.
Uh-oh, look at what are they going to do? Oh,
Okay,
right to the
anyway,
face.
Right to the back of the
no,
neck.
this looks a little better.
Again.
Enough.
And I also don't have the personality settings and the sliders set.
He's lost some of his win now. It's nothing he hasn't been through before. And he's able to reverse.
Something's about to go either very wrong or very right.
Oh, Tony! I still wish that we could turn off
it's reverse pain for that mistake.
I wish that we could turn off
and this might not have a pleasant
diving
ending.
attacks for anybody. I just wish that if that was not part of their moveset, it should be able to be turned off or select none like Springboards.
Yeah, I agree. That is a huge override. Alright, and here's another one. EOS.
Off the turnbuckles. What's he gonna
They're
do?
limited on what they do
doesn't connect.
off the top rope.
Right.
For example, I'm only gonna go to the top rope if I'm gonna do either my finisher or my signature.
Right.
I mean,
sure I invented that move.
yeah.
Goes into the
Malthus should be slow to get
count quickly.
That is the slowest setting you got. I'll have to play with the agility.
No, but I'm saying, yeah, it's a combination. Yes, that's part of that's going to be look at the agility setting. But the other thing is there's like 3 different animations. There is jumping, there is normal, and then there is the
Okay, I'm surprised here because I stabbed him with the Ultimate Warrior Flash, and I'm surprised he did not go for the Warrior Splash.
I don't know.
Maverick is red, and has a finish and has a sig. See, with the 3 bars, those momentum bars, those are the signature special bars.
Right. And I think all 3 have to be full. You actually
To be able to do a signature. Yes.
Otherwise you use
Prime opportunity now for him to get some separation and gather himself.
Gonna have to change that moonsault. It's too fast. I want him to have it. But I want to change it next. That's too fast for a moonsault.
Yeah.
He got the shoulder up in time.
Yeah,
now I just don't know what it's gonna take.
Right there.
Yes. Oh.
Reversal. Can they go to the attack? Placing them right where they want them, into the corner.
Okay. Ah, man. I can't believe he's not going for more. Which corner is that? Oh, wait. He was going for a signature.
The Gulak attack. He could pass.
Oh, and he's going for the pin.
It's over. 2, 3. And finally.
Now, is that his thing?
That's his sig.
Okay.
That forearm into the insecurity lariat is his signature.
Okay. Well, he just got the win
Cementing
off
their
of it.
name after that match.
Definitely earning those accolades with that win. This
And
match is
I
why
think
his name
one
is mentioned when
thing that
superstars get asked about dream
spitballing here.
matches. Just an unbelievable
We
performance
see
he
what
had
they
tonight,
do
Corey.
with Umaga being in that DLC, and we see if there's anything we can add to Malthus out of that.
Oh, yeah, so because Umaga is one of his influences.
Right. Okay, I thought so, but it wasn't 100%.
Yeah.
But hopefully they've got a few things reanimated with win since they're
This
putting him in there.
superstar is coming in
Yeah,
with a
and
lot
the,
of
the, also the
enthusiasm
thing
and energy
is
right
that
now.
we
What's
got
going to happen when the excitement wears
Umaga,
off and he
we're
comes to realize he's
probably
in a
going to
fight
get a new
against
Samoan
someone looking to
spot.
take his head off?
You
All I
also
can say
have
is we've seen
Commander
adrenaline take this
Aziz,
superstar
who's been
very
using
far in the past.
a
But he'll be
Samoan,
taking on an individual who is turning
version
a
of
lot
the
heads
Samoan
as of
spot.
late. He's gained a level of popularity that is
So
steadily
we're going to
growing
wind
week
up
by
with
week,
probably
and he
two
wants to prove
variations
that
of
the
that
hype
move
is legitimate.
on top of the one that's already available.
And
the corner of the ring.
I mean, hopefully they're different. I mean, hopefully that's we wind up with two different setups on that.
Trapped in the corner. We got a strike fest going on.
Being treated like a heavy bag.
So and speaking of which, we're getting Yokozuna. But we've already got the bonsai splashes in the game, so we get a reanimated bonsai.
There are a few that were removed.
Oh, no.
Okay.
A big splash.
There were like 4 in the game.
Yes.
At one point, and I know there's at least still
Splash.
2 in the 1 or 2 in the game.
Right.
That'll break his arm.
Because I noticed it the other night while I was looking at the skin.
And this match will head back to the ring. Man, landing awkwardly.
Ooh, I just thought of something. I don't know if they'll do it with Umaga, but the Samoan spike, like, he starts from the corner, and the person gets up and he hits him with a Samoan spike.
He did do that once or twice.
He did it once or twice. I remember him doing
any space to recover. Yeah, now he has to
that
defend
would
his way
be,
back into this.
especially if they were kneeling and he were to pick them up.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
They don't have any finishers from the kneeling.
No, but what I mean is, like, it's a corner move, but you know how the buzzsaw kick
Oh, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
is in the kneeling position. He can walk over and pick him up.
Yeah, he's able to stop that surge
okay.
dead in its tracks.
I see what you're, that would be ideal. Right.
Fails to connect on the springboard.
But yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about. That I was thinking him just like picking them all the way up. I was thinking him picking them all the way up. But yeah, he just picked them up to a kneeling position.
I would also like to see a pop-up version, but we probably won't get that.
Oh, backbreaker.
Well, yeah, between him and Aziz, we might. My thing is gonna be we probably won't get Jack off of Omos's moveset. That's what's gonna bother me.
Right. A lot of his is
Got him
already
set up in the corner of the ring.
Yeah. I mean, he's got such. I mean, he's still fairly new and doesn't have any.
Oh, the cannonball!
Nice.
The signature on that.
Flip. He did the right before.
That is just pure instinct at this point.
No, he kicked out.
Okay. Yeah, cause you're like
Oh!
It's over. Have you seen the RKO counter?
Yes.
Okay.
Once or twice, yes. No, I've seen the stomp counter.
That's what I'm talking about. Where they go to do the stomp and it counters it with the RKO. Right. Somebody counters it with the RKO. Oh man, that wasn't that off of the Randy Seth match?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, that counters directly in reference to that him doing that in the match. Okay.
Right.
I thought so, but I was just like, I'm surprised they put it in. I couldn't be surprised. You know, I mean, but I'm pleasantly surprised, but I'm also pissed off because I went to stick the stomp on somebody in my rise, and it has been countered twice. It's been countered at least twice now.
And a must-win match.
Right.
This win is spreading like a wildfire. The electricity in this arena is almost palpable.
Cap has some of his characters now playing Lab, Zero.
Right.
Since it's been released.
Right. Well, Well, yeah, you'll probably want to end stream before too long, honestly. Don't you have,
Yeah, about 10:15 I'll probably.
Oh, okay. I was noticing it was 10 till, that's why I was asking. I'm just kind of observing it was like 10 till, and... Okay. So, side note on the, Cody Masters, or Ryan Masters, call. Okay? The face texter came out good on it and all.
Uh-huh.
Dude, with the entrance attire, you cannot tell that there is a face texture on him.
And that happens because you got the sunglasses and the beard and banana.
And the do-rag.
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn. I had to like really. I'm just like, wait a second. Did I put the face? I had to go in and look at the ring attire because I couldn't remember if I put the face texture on. And dude, I know he likes the do-rag, and I do not like the do-rag we have on him.
Well, there's not a lot of options. That's the thing.
Well, yeah, and to clarify what we're meaning by that, the guy that made the call was very specific that the do-rag had to be over the ears. And
like I've seen on Twitter, people making the exact same comments that Crabtree was making.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not disagreeing.
And I'm not disagreeing with him.
Right. I'm just he was very. Yeah, we were in voice chat, and of course, well, you and I were in voice chat like we are right now. Except, you know, I wasn't on my headset, I was on the Blue Yeti, and so you could hear him just as much as me. And you heard him at length about that. I mean, he was just like, you know, what the fuck, you know? I can't believe that they don't have behind the ear. I mean, he was... It was something I wish we'd have recorded.
Right. Alright, let's see. We're borrowing Jeff Vendetta from TCW. That's Jeff Nation's call. I just wanted to see how he did. The gear on this is really good, and I also, if I'm remembering correctly, I want to make sure that I'm crediting the right person. I think it was Tristan Silva who did the moveset on Jeff's call.
Okay.
If I'm remembering that, what he said.
Because I have been, and I was telling you this earlier. I've honestly been enjoying doing the movesets more than I have working on attires, which is usually the case, but I mean even more so this year.
This year it's pretty explicitly yeah. And me, I've been having an easier time actually building characters like the physical models, right. And I've had to take multiple breaks with moveset building because there's just it seems overwhelming, and Cap and I have had this conversation where we have to step away.
I haven't had that problem. If I'm not like doing anything else, if I can, you know, because it's like I was gonna work on Chloe's, and I'm like, no, we're chatting and you're doing the stream. I'm gonna watch the chat and watch what you're doing. I'm not gonna be able to work on my own stuff right now. So I stopped that after I got the combos done, and the other thing that I was gonna go back and
oh, okay. I forgot that I had selected 0 first. I was like, I turned off all the freaking
yeah.
Stuff. I don't.
Right.
A matchup like this, it's one that the locker room has wanted to see. It's one that the WWE Universe has wanted to see. It's one that I've been waiting to see, and it's about to go down.
I don't know if Steven updated his, I don't know if he updated those, graphics for the pants on this character this year, but they are talking
should be scared
on this character, and I mean, it's a testament because, I mean, a lot of us have been playing 2K19 for a long, long time. Only a few of us played 2K20, only a few of us were able to build on 2K20 for any extent.
Right. Yeah, I have but it's like I said, I have not minded doing
this entrance. I heard this one backstage talking up their own work non-stop. Well, why don't they get in the ring and prove it, huh?
I don't know.
That's what they're doing right now, Corey. Well,
I think I'm slowly getting kind of finding a groove about doing them.
Right.
A man who always gets a strong reaction from the WWE Universe, and it will only intensify once the bell rings.
Test a few things out, but I've got to have, I'm going to have characters to do that with, and I guess I'll have to do some,
well, like I said, I'm planning to have some of mine uploaded for that, by this weekend. I changed Apollos' entrance. I went back, and thought about the character, and I was like,
you're doing Walter.
No, I'm doing one of the Imperium guys.
Okay,
it's not Walter, but I thought about what would make sense for
I think that works. I think that works. I don't remember what you had on there the other day.
I had the Tommaso Ciampa, and that worked too. But the gold color,
the WWE Universe has been counting the days, hours, and minutes for this match to start, and the countdown is almost over.
If we could just turn lighting and do some fireworks editing. That would be. I mean, I love the advanced editor. It helps with personality, but it just there are if we could just adjust the lighting for certain things, it would help.
The competition level has never been higher.
But I understand 100% why it had to go, because it was causing bugs and crashes. That's something that we'll maybe get back soon.
I hope they'll bring it back, or bring at least a version of it back. I mean, and it's like you said, at least give us the option to, alter the lighting. Say if we want the lighting from the entrance or just the regular lighting.
Right.
Like just the arena, whatever arena lighting, yada, yada, yada.
Even if it was entrance, arena, off.
Yes, exactly.
Finally,
but
someone who isn't afraid to get their hands dirty and doesn't bother trying to please everyone.
I would be
first attitude is the best way to make it in this business. I will admit the superstar does an admirable job of staying true to themselves, but I do wish that didn't come at the cost of a fair fight. They don't just get their hands dirty, they fight dirty too.
That's at least, I've thought about it at least. I could also make the argument, as even with the filter, it might work for Vendetta.
Is this a Chris Jericho entrance?
Yes.
Okay. Honestly, this works for Jeff's character.
It works for Jeff. That is specifically the Chris Jericho entrance where he was doing the list.
Yeah.
Whereas Zero is using the Jericho and the original Y2J.
A variation of that original Y2J.
Yeah, either the the original Y2J
or Second Coming.
Yeah, or Second Coming. I don't remember which. No, it isn't the Jericho entrance. It's not the Jericho entrance. It is the Randy. I think it might be the Randy Orton Evolution entrance.
Being a WWE superstar requires a lot of physical
I say that because of the
like
corner.
this in a no disqualification match, it's clear that creativity
Jericho
and
didn't
imagination
do
are equally important.
that was a little
If you can imagine a weapon, see an object, or recruit an ally, you can change the course of the match in a heartbeat. If you can dream it, you can do it. So we'll see who can dream the biggest here.
No disqualifications has to benefit a certain type of superstar more than others, doesn't it, Corey?
Get off your high horse, Cole. And no disqualifications match benefits the superstar who's smarter, faster, and better. Using the rules to your advantage doesn't make you the villain here.
DDT. Is it enough?
Now is not the time to wallow in disbelief. Pressure must be kept on.
He knew it was coming.
Typical 4-way, 5-way, 6-way, always going to be matches because those were what the original final matches could be. Anyway, the other things were innovated by WWE and not innovative at the time, but there wasn't a point in time where they just
shot right to the kidney. And again,
Great way to wear down your opponent.
those regular triple threat I am very happy with how Paul this attire came out. It is the most it is almost exactly it took her.
I don't know that. I don't know if this is. I'm looking at the community creations right now. There was a claw up there, and it's already gone. I just took the back out of the thing, and it's already gone. I'm seeing a couple of really decent looking claws. And I'm also seeing a football player. I'm going to take the
How close was that? It was about as close as it could get without it all being over for him. That was the hard shot.
Isolated
the fence. He's looking a little weary now.
Yeah, this fatal four-way has certainly taken its toll, Michael.
Oh yeah, that's Malachi Black.
He's outside the ring now.
Hope he's got a plan.
Oh, okay, that's the most.
Powerless position to be in right now.
There we go. There's the camera Madison.
He has no need to.
I'm like, is Madison a actual wrestler? I don't know. And I don't see a hashtag. I don't know.
This is
Vice-like grip on the trapezius muscle. This is terribly painful.
I'm glad that Jeff was able to kick out that choke break.
Camel clutches in. Just tap out. Just tap out and end this thing.
Yeah, the only hashtag on this show is
and just like that, he's out of the hole.
I don't know.
And he keeps his focus on an attack to that area.
Empirica.
What these athletes have been putting each other through.
Okay.
But this might be it for Jim. That was all.
This deep into a fatal four-way match, it's a wonder they're not more banged up. But the grueling nature of this match is definitely getting to them now, gentlemen.
I hate that he was the first one out, but he did almost survive 2 finishes, so...
Right across the face.
Man can't breathe, the man can't
I came in here to look for something in particular.
And he'll come back from under the apron. Up and... knee right to the spine. He's heading back to the ring.
Oh!
Kick to the midsection. Oh, look at this. The end is in view. 2 count. He kicks out somehow.
Yeah, 3 of these, both vendetta bases. One with the face and the one without.
There's a submission.
And I have no way of re-uploading. They're all
removing.
Oh, this is surprising, Byron.
And that got me
right there.
very pissed.
What a punch. Big punch to the body. Shot to the midsection connects.
Because, the chamber really wanted without the attire.
Right.
Set him up.
I stuck her in workout gear and her manager attire on her backup.
Right.
But
It's been a struggle for these
that
competitors
manager
to find
attire
an end
might
to
be
this
changed.
match.
But the struggle's worth
Okay.
it. With every move
I don't know. It was just...
Both wrists captured.
and I was looking at the outfit and just kind of messing around.
Good
Yeah.
elimination, Zero.
Nice.
And it was a good combination
Hooked
in
up.
Yeah.
that.
Into the neck breaker. And now he continues to
Especially
come across
for
to damage
a
the
call that
opposition.
happily
He might be thinking of putting his efforts towards ending
Right,
things
right.
soon.
Oh,
Fighting back with
reverse.
a counter. That's going to be interesting. Kick to the midsection. Oh,
It's
look at
oblivion.
Ref get ready to raise his hand.
And it's like mouth of
Oh,
Here tonight.
because that's who we were trying to hit.
that's probably.
And what an uphill battle it was to outlast every other superstar in this match.
So,
That might have been one of the most entertaining fatal four-ways we've ever seen.
yeah, I'm a little pissed off on that.
I'm so glad that they did the match ratings for AI matches.
I am too. Just, for curiosity's sake.
Yeah.
But it also gives us, a little something to, measure exactly how good some of those matchups are.
Right.
I mean, for the most part, you can tell, right? But at the same time, there is that, that variable where, you're like, okay, I liked this match, but...
Yeah, but how subjective? Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Alright, I'm gonna do Maverick and Zero versus the Disciples. And this is gonna be the last match evening.
Oh, that's where I added Dre.
Resiliency.
Right.
I know that I am in the minority, but I am going to miss some of the goofier paybacks.
Oh no, you and I both. You and I both, because
I am going to miss the Sonic Scream that they gave. I don't know whose that was. I think it was on Charlotte. Yeah, it was the Woo. It was on Charlotte Flair's.
Okay.
George Washington.
Georgina
Washington. I'm gonna miss the Viper Strikes.
And here we go, tag team action in
because I was gonna give those to
being a successful tag team. And I would know all about that.
Hey, what about me?
Just as
excluded you for good reason, Byron. Now back to the action.
For the mystic angle that I'm doing with it.
Yeah. Well, it's like with what I wanted to do with Vendetta. And I did it briefly on 2K20, where you had the Colossus skill thing.
I can't remember what it was called.
I can't remember what it was called, but I was having a good time doing that with her, just for, amusement's sake, really, because of what we were doing with the character, right?
Endless knee strikes.
Or what I wanted to do with the character. And
an inverted atomic drop.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Wow.
Oh, my God. Tag made, fresh man in.
Threw in there.
Oh, right to the kidneys.
That really worked to get McFly's
contact there.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
absorbed some damage already.
And,
yeah, even though he's still got a lot of fight in him, you might want to make a tag now and not...
Okay, what the hell?
I don't know if we'll get any additional,
Here's the pump hand.
I don't know if we'll get any additional paybacks in the DLC.
I don't think we'll ever get... We won't get the same type of paybacks that we got.
I don't... Yeah, well, I was gonna say, I don't know if we'll get any in the DLC, but I doubt it'll be anything that
I am hoping maybe we will get Yokozuna with powder or salt.
Now, that one I could see. That one I could see. So...
He's absorbed some damage already.
And I get it was much more of a Mr. Fuji thing. But
for the most part, but the thing was, Fuji did it for Fuji gave a handful to Yokozuna.
Right.
And I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Neither would I. I wanted that and a fireball in the game for a long time.
Same thing with wanting the different colored poison in my end. But the other thing that I don't think I wish we would get, and I don't think we're gonna get, based on what we did see on the
just absolutely punishing their opponent here relentlessly.
On that Bonsai DLC, you had Umaga, you had you had Morgan, you had Yokozuna listed, right?
Yeah.
It would be fantastic if we got Fuji as a manager and Mundo.
Oh yeah, Estrada.
Has
Alejandro Estrada.
Mundo as a manager. That would be fantastic. I'm particularly hopeful for one Fuji. But
Vice-like grip on the trapezius muscle. This is terribly painful.
Yeah. Well, I agree.
He's getting
Because the thing on Vader.
Sight set on the top rope.
I'm trying to think. The one time I remember Vader having a manager.
Harley Race.
Well, yeah,
and
I don't think.
Here we go.
Trying to put Cornette management.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Leon.
It's
I feel
time.
bad
It's
for this
time.
dude. Oh God.
He went right into that turnbuckle.
I hated they put Cornette with Fuji and Yoko and Owen. The whole Camp Cornette.
Yeah.
I hated that. The only time I didn't mind Cornette as a manager was him with the Midnight Express.
Right.
Okay? And the caveat on that was I was too young to know better. I was too young to know better. Because I just can't, I mean...
Makes the save for his team.
Yeah, it just... That's the other thing that really kind of disappoints me about the DLC.
Look out.
Is, I mean, we're not getting the moves back.
This is what the
Okay,
purpose of a tag team is.
I mean,
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that we won't get hidden moves in that.
I don't know.
I think he's got it locked
See,
in.
I don't know. That's a question mark
I want to
for
see
me.
him tap out. Not like this.
He needs to break this submission.
But it's like, I wouldn't mind getting,
trying to free himself, but he does.
you know, I wouldn't mind some additional goods.
Gotta find a way
Well,
to get
here's the thing. I know for a fact, because I saw it motion capture, that the beach break and the buckshot lariat,
Yeah.
motion
Right
capture.
to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow. He is efficient and dangerous with his offense thus far. Just producing an awesome...
I don't know of anybody in any of the DLC
Nasty right hand.
who is using the beach break that Orange Cassidy uses, or the buckshot lariat that Adam Page uses
Yeah.
in NXT or WWE.
And, I mean, I can't imagine anybody either. I didn't know these were both.
Yeah, I saw they did the mocap. They did the mocap trailer. And it's the same one that bitched at him and said that the Wicked Stepsister wasn't animated correctly because they had the foot placement way wrong, and it looked awful.
And it still does.
No, the Wicked Stepsister was 100% better than the mocap. Yeah, the mocap that they had on that.
Original mocap.
This won't win the match, but it's one
Well,
way to
yes,
inflict a great deal of
it was
punishment.
literally at the back of the shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Escape and
Okay.
Yeah,
takedown.
I'm
This
still
at
not
looks
in-
like this Wicked Stepsister that's in the game at least looks like stepping on their neck.
Right. I still,
Hooked up.
I'm like, did y'all not get Candace to actually mocap the
No,
video?
they didn't.
Carefully
And,
measured.
and,
no,
and I'm
I'm
not
just like-
and I'm not
I'm
bitching
saying
at the
that-
people who did mocap it.
You're not, I will.
Tough position to be caught in here.
There, and
we've
now
seen
I'm not
take yet
trying
another
to do it
shot to
too
the body.
maliciously, but there are some moves that either the talent needs to mocap it in order for it to look right, or they need to supervise it.
Yeah, I still wish that we could get Scott Steiner to supervise the
Yeah,
He's able to sidestep there.
but he's probably not in the condition to do it still, but I mean, he's got his nephew. His nephew might could do it. Braun might as well be a hybrid of Rick and Scott. Jeez.
It's amazing how tall Braun is. And not that Rick and Scott were tiny guys,
Well,
but because they weren't. They were what? Scott was 6.
I'm looking up how tall they were.
Yeah.
Because, okay, I met, well,
right now. The breaking point must be on the
an
horizon.
encounter with Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner.
Showing no desire to
Oh,
quit.
decades ago. I mean, it was, they walked out, we were at the Georgia Mountain Center. Scott Steiner is only 6'1".
Okay, see, and that's the thing. Like, I just remember him being shorter than Triple H.
And then Rick is 5'11".
Yeah.
Okay. Braun is 6'4".
Yeah. He looks tall.
Yeah, he looks taller, but he is 6'4". So he's in between the height of his father and his uncle. So he's about the same height as him. But the dude looks
Yeah, they've stuck it out through this match, but it wouldn't hurt to go for the tag soon here.
And it's not just him,
Wind him up.
teaming with Tommaso Ciampa, who's 5'10", or 5'11", or something.
Oh, what a counter.
Yeah, Ciampa's 5'11". So it's not just the fact that, yeah, he's taller.
The Gulak attack.
I mean, he looks,
He breaks the pin.
Tag team matches are going to be interesting this year.
yeah, they are. Oh, dude. I need to talk with you about my little and doing 8-man elimination.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me.
I did tell you that?
Yeah.
He kicked out.
Now, mind you, I had it on the easy setting. Well, no, it didn't count because it was in my faction. Any of the AI settings and difficulty stuff that I had turned on didn't count. So that was the basis. With us messing around with the sliders and it being AI versus AI.
To get the 3.
I am
He's
shaking
gonna
my
be
head
nasty.
in disbelief over how he managed to get the shoulder up.
I mean,
Double stomp.
but
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
so Braun is basically using about 3/4 of his uncle's moveset and not much of his dad's.
Blinged across the way.
Accurate? It sounds
Well, his dad's moveset was a belly-to-belly sequence, and then changed it up later on. Started using a Death Valley driver. He had the diving bulldog.
Making their case for one of the best teams around with that win.
For my money, these two
Well,
just might be the best tag team on
when
the
I
roster
first
today.
remember Rick when I first started watching wrestling, okay, I remember Rick using that diving bulldog as a finish.
Yeah.
Okay? And then, see, okay, I'm looking at the pro wrestling fandom wiki thing right now.
Right.
I don't remember him doing a double under powerbomb.
Scott did the double underhook powerbomb.
Rick did too, according to this.
He did it. They're calling it a double underhook powerbomb. It's a tiger driver. He would do the sit out.
They just have it listed double underhook powerbomb here.
Yeah,
But
but
I don't remember. Now, they don't have it that he did it as a finisher.
right.
They just have it that he did one.
Yeah. It was part of his moveset. I remember it.
Okay. Actually, no, you know what? I think I remember him doing it.
Yeah.
Because the way he did it, he didn't do it like a Tiger Driver. When he went to do the move, he almost flipped him out to the side and dropped him.
That was Scott's.
That was Scott's. Okay. Then his was the one that was straight down, more like the Tiger Driver.
Yes.
Okay. I'm thinking of Scott's that I remember. Scott's the one I remember.
Scott is the one that did it, that used it as a finisher very briefly.
Right.
And it was a huge part of his early Big Papa Pump persona.
Right. I remember, that's probably where I remember it from.
Yeah.
But see, I remember the and see, I remember them doing the Steiner device and the Steinerizer.
Right.
Those two tag team moves. But my memory of Rick's single stuff was that Diving Bulldog as his finish, and then he did the suplex variations.
Right.
Because he was another one that I remember doing a lot of German suplexes, in addition to Rotunda doing them. And that was a thing that, really got me interested in being a fan of those two guys. Was just some of that I mean, particularly Rotunda, because it was like, they talked about the amateur they talked about the amateur background on both of them, because of the whole varsity club gimmick. And you had Dan Spivey in there with him. And what's the other one? Oh, Steve Williams. Well, Steve Williams, I think, replaced Rick. Or was he in there at the same time as Rick? I don't remember. Shit. Been too long. But a reason I think about that is because of me and a couple people wrestling around the trampoline, and we got into the conversation about whether or not I could do a German suplex on this one guy. And not only did I do the German suplex, but I held him in a bridge.
Right.
And I was quite pleased with myself. I was never that good of an athlete, but I surprised this dude that I was able to do that. And if it wasn't for various health issues, geez, I almost probably could have wound up on the middle school. I was in a middle school amateur wrestling tournament.
Right.
And against doctor's orders, I did the tournament and got third in my weight class. So, but I should have gotten second. I should have gotten second place. I lost by 1 point when you're getting second place.
But anyway, I am going to end the stream, guys. I know we didn't have a lot of interaction this evening, but I certainly appreciate anybody who may have stopped by. And we are going to try to make sure that we have all our socials and whatnot organized so that when we go live, people will know. We're going to make our connections with our folks and remind them that to drop that follow at Project WWWN for any broadcast going forward for the stream. And thanks for coming by, those of you that did. And we will catch you maybe Saturday. We will see what we got going on. But that will be an announced stream and with a link built in. Anyway, thank you guys and have a good evening.